Montgomery hits 80 on debut, but Notts fall short of parity. There was very little to separate Glamorgan and Nottinghamshire on day one at Sophia Gardens. Sam North East's half-century helped the hosts to a first innings total of 318 before Notts got their innings underway. 9 overs faced, 19 scored, and the deficit 299 heading into day two. Hamid and Slater picked up where they had left off. Up a gear now though, the opening partnership a constructive one. 50 brought up after a little more than half an hour together on day two. The pair made it to 64 when Harris provided Glamorgan with their first wicket. Slater late on the delivery and bowled for 31. Matt Montgomery strode out to join Hasib Hamid for his LV County Championship debut, and the Notts pair picked up the baton and continued to build the innings for their side. Before long, they'd moved to 3 figures, up to the mark as Montgomery turned Harris into the leg side for 2. And with the score up to 110, Hamid dropped to one knee, swept Salter through the leg side for 4, and moved to 50, scored off 85 balls, the boundary his 9th so far. There was no more cause for concern for Nottinghamshire. They headed into the break on 130 for 1, a solid start from the visitors, trailing now by 188. James Harris was back in the attack after lunch and back in the wickets. The delivery to Hamid stayed low, and it wasn't long before he had his third of the innings. Joe Clark only able to add 14 before he left the ball to clatter into his off stump. It was proving to be some debut for Montgomery though. He'd stayed calm as the wickets tumbled around him, and with 200 looming, he accelerated. Up to 50 with a boundary off Nisa, the mark reached off 108 balls. Lyndon James was now at the other end and brought some more attacking impetus to the middle, racing through his innings, scoring at a runner ball as Nottinghamshire swept past 200 and he moved to the cusp of 50. He slowed a little en route to the mark, but the half-century was his when he pushed Hogan for 2 through the offside. The deficit now down into double figures. It was 50 and out for James, outcaught by Lloyd at slip off the bowling of Hogan. Mullaney joined Montgomery in the middle, flicked 4 off Lloyd to bring up the 250 and led them off for tea soon after. Notts now just 68 in arrears. The skipper only added 1 more to his total after the break before Harris struck for his 4th, courtesy of the Byram catch in the leg side. Patterson-White followed with Notts still 44 behind, caught by North East off the bowling of Lloyd, and Everson managed 2 off 7 before he flicked Hogan down the leg side to Cook. Montgomery was the latest in what was turning into a bit of a procession, bowled by Nisa for 80, Notts trailing by 34. Fletcher couldn't get off the mark, out-floating a catch to Byram off Hogan, and Hogan finished them off. Patterson bowled for a 3-ball duck, Notts all out for 285, 33 behind their hosts. It was simple stuff for Lloyd and Byram. The account opened without incident. 50 runs at it, the lead inflated late in the day, and Glamorgan's innings off to a solid start, the opening duo wandering off with the score 53 for none. That leaves them with a lead of 86 heading into day 3. Notts not quite as confident as they may have been heading into the second day, but neither side have really taken this game by the scruff of the neck. If both want to win this, someone's going to have to take some control.